Okay. So the storage API was the first time that I saw it, but it's very interesting. It is to replace the cookie, and the cookie is a way to save to store in the browser some information of your website, and it's very interesting because it's larger in megabytes than cookies, and it can store more information as a string. Is string the pronunciation? Stringy or string?
String?
String? String or how to pronounce it? String?
String. Are you
Yes.
talking about the strings? Okay, yeah. String.
Yes. So it can store string in the web browser. It uses the domain name of the website and use a array to store your string in it. So here I did a little example of local storage and session storage. When I stored my click, it's all began to record at the same way. But when, 1 moment, I will start this again. To storage it was the same thing, but the difference is that the local storage will store it permanently on the string, your computer. This session storage will store only for this tab when the session or the web browser is closed. If you open other tab, it will restart again to record. So here is my code, how we can store the information. I only we use the live run because it's better. But here, I used a little condition here because the older browsers can't use the storage API. So if you are using a old Internet Explorer, you can play a else command and use an alternative code for it.
All right.
So type of storage, if it's different undefined, we can run our code. So the function store that I did when I pressed this button, I asked the local storage API, and I placed the dot to say that I want to place my code in this location, local click. This condition is only to say if this place exists. If exists local storage dot property local click, then we can run our code. If not, it will set the first value for local click. This is one of the ways to set a value to local storage. Local storage API, that is the name of is how we can access the local storage. Dot the property name that we will create. It could be local click 2, 3, etc. equal 1. So if exists, other way to set values is to type local storage dot set item. The first parameter argument will be local click as a string. So remember that local storage and the session storage only can so I can size up my font. But the local storage and the session storage only can store a string. So what I do to set my value as a different number, I convert the local storage as a number, is a string, I access number function, and they'll convert this string to a number and add plus one number until when it will store it as a string. So it's only it. And for the session start, we use the session storage, but the set item or we using the session storage dot the name of the new property or the existing property equal some value is the same for add a item. If you want to delete a command, as I did in the example, you can use the session storage or the local storage dot remove item, and we restate our argument or local storage that you want to delete. In this case, it will be the local click or session click that I did. So basically, it's only it to access or local storage or session storage. Well, so how we can store array or associative arrays or objects in local storage. So we must use your JSON stringify function to convert your array or associative array or object to a string. After it, we will only set it as an item. We will place your key name or name, and after the value as a string, into it will store in local storage or session storage. After it, to convert again to an object or array or associative array, we can use also the JSON.parse. Then we can access your local storage or session storage, where it is stored, pass it as a parameter, and it will convert as a array or associative array object. I did a little example here. For example, it is the array that is stored, bean, popcorn, meat. Associative and here the associative array. No, where is the associative array?
Sorry, did you ask me something?
Associative array is not here. One moment.
Oh,
Associative array string. Now it will be here probably. So now it's working. So array storage will be bean, popcorn, meat. Associative array storage will be food, meat, juice, orange, dessert, pie, and the time for we eat. That is a number. And our object is name, among. The object is like a JSON object or associative array. But it is because we stringify it. Name, etc. So, and then during my code to debug purpose, to debug it, I changed the values for the array and the associative array in this object. I place more one value for the array debug. I changed the time for 12. I changed the name for Aline in the object, as we can see here. Debug 12 as a time, and the name now is Aline. And then I parse the array storage as a string to the variable array again, and the associative array, the object too, and then assign the original values to each. And as you can see here, the value had been restored to replace it in the right time. the right, the right order. So have someone have some question for the storage API?
Do I have? No, I'm good. I think everything is clear.
I I find it very interesting because I never had saw about it, and we can save some configurations of the website the for the user.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's only for the web browser. That's kind of cool. So you just store it on a web browser. That helps, you know.
Mhm. Yes. So this is it.
Good.
Uh, some more thing or
I do not know. Do you wanna do more? If you
no?
wanna do another one, that's okay. We can. Then I will do something else next week, and that's it. Because
No.
we did most of it, didn't we?
Sorry, I don't listen. The last sentence.
Didn't we already did most of the things here? We
Yes,
did
this is
routes,
most part of the thing.
verify that. Um, you did number 7. No, you didn't do number 7. You did the local storage today. Where's the local storage?
The week 9.
Oh, week 9. Okay. Okay. All right. So there's a few left. Yeah. I will do some of them next week, and that's it. Yeah. Okay.
So this is it.
Yeah.
I'll finish
Okay. You
the.
can stop recording. You just have to click and stop recording. And
Okay.